Like, it's been great to have so many people down here over the last few weeks and just want to talk about where we're heading next. Ultimately, the Feelers has been established as an inclusive group, and people turn up for so many reasons. You know, everyone's got their own story in relationship to sport over the years, successful, harrowing, triggering, joyful, whatever it might be. There's a lot of commonality in that. And what I think all of us have appreciated over the years is Trent's founding principle, which is about welcoming people in, giving everyone an opportunity, irrespective of standard, and making sure that ultimately everyone has a nice time. That's why we all got here, and that's got to remain. That stays paramount. The evolution towards getting involved in competitive leagues is a really fun one for a lot of us, because that adds a bit of level. Some of us want to be part of that, but that is not mutually exclusive to the founding principles. That has grown to the place where actually we're in a position to submit 2 teams into the O2 League. That is fantastic. But what we want to do as we move forward is build a squad mentality, the Feelers squad mentality. Through necessity and actually healthy competition, we will be having a first team and a second team. We have to submit 12 names to O2 about who that is, so that they are aware of who the squad is. But that, within our boundaries, there is some flexibility in that. We've seen other teams switch the odd player over time. Injury will happen, absence will happen, people will improve, won't improve, and we want to reserve the right to be able to swap people in and around that. Yes, it's a first team and a second team. There is a sort of instinctive hierarchy in that. We could fuck around and call it blue team and pink team, and I'm not sure that really adds anything. Invariably, we want people to, actually there's a healthy structure in aspiring, moving between the two things, but ultimately it's a culture where everybody is supporting each other, where everybody is working together, and that's what we want to drive. Every good sporting squad, whether that's the Lions, whether that's a Ryder Cup team, whether that's a Formula 1 team, everybody is integral, everyone has a role. And when someone misses a bolt on a tyre in a pit change in a Formula 1 team, everybody envelops that person when they make a mistake. The person who makes the mistake owns it. They say they fucked up. They work out how they can do it better next time, and everyone puts an arm, metaphorical and emotional, around them and gets them back into the fold. And that's how sport, a good team sport, works. Also, in sports psychology, you can either tell yourself not to do something, don't double fall, don't double fall, oh, double fall. Or you could say, aim for the centre of the box this time, aim for the centre of the box. You give yourself a constructive action to do. We don't do don'ts, we do do's. What the fuck are you meant to do when someone says don't do that? What are you physically meant to do next? Where does your focus go? You just focus on the mistake. So we give someone a constructive action. So if people start drifting in the 3-man drive, they're going too wide, you don't go fucking wide, what are you doing? It's not helpful. You say, make sure you get more narrower, get narrower. We give each other a constructive action to do, and that's where we support each other. That's the culture we're all going to drive. We'll all make mistakes on that journey. That is also part of the thing. We'll all not fall into that language. But again, our feedback to one another is be more constructive in your language. It's more helpful. And that's how we work, and we drive that culture. So, what we're going to do later today is we'll text you that 28 people have applied to be part of the team. We can only have 24 names in each thing. Some people will miss out. That means you're still welcome to come to these sessions. That means you can still be in contention for the next leagues. It just means you won't be selected for the leagues this round. That's just a practical thing. It's a necessity. That's just the way it goes. If you feel that therefore you don't want to be part of that, that's also your choice. We would much rather you came down and improved and got better and made yourself available. We all become stronger for that reason. So this afternoon, sorry?
How 6 weeks. Is this league? 6 weeks.
6 weeks. So we'll be texting people this afternoon to say which squad you're in. If you want to talk about that, if you feel that's an injustice in some way, do. It's unlikely to change, but it's good to talk and understand why. Again, it's not 12 best handlers are going in one team. You know, that's not how we've chosen it. Oh, we will choose it, confirmed today. But we want characters, people of experience in the second team as well. We want people who can fulfill different roles. That's how it's going to work. From a coaching point of view, myself, Brandon and Frank are part of a coaching team. I'm going to focus more, I'm going to take responsibility to being the point of contact for the first team. Brandon's going to be the point of contact and communication for the second team. Frank is going to drive the social gathering coaching part of it. It's still a team. We will also be interchanging at times because of availability. I'm not in London all of October, for example, but I'll be around to start us in the league. Brandon will be playing in one team. I might be playing in the team later on. So, well, I won't be actually. So we need that flexibility, but we also need a consistency of voice. That's what we've learned from the last process. So that's how it's going to work. Culture is everything. That boils down to 3 rules. Turn up on time. Ideally, not high or drunk, where possible. Be kind to people. Don't be a dickhead. Really, it's down to that. Respect for each other, respect for other teams, respect for referees. That's the reputation we want to forge. Cool. Any questions or anything anyone wants to say? Equally, if you don't, if you've got something you want to say another time.